It's 6 a.m. You've got 100 boats with these rockets strapped on the back. And you've got a orderly takeoff number. And once everybody hits the gas, turn out the lights, launch. Rocking and rolling. The biggest rush is the first station. No doubt about it, but it's hard to beat that blast off.
It's blast off for the Minnesota Pro-Am Bass Tour. I'm Chip Clear.
And I'm Tommy Scarlett. We're on Pokegama Lake in Grand Rapids, Minnesota to watch our second event of the year.
It's going to be a great event, and some of the best bass anglers in the entire Midwest are here, including our first event champion, Earl Sharp III. We spoke with him yesterday, and here's what he's got to say.
The weather's been changing a lot. We've had a lot of rain. It's supposed to rain today. It makes it a tough decision to figure out, do you want to stay south and work there in the clear water without a lot of weeds, or do you want to start heading up the river? There's a lot more weeds, probably bigger fish, but a little tougher probably to find.
And tough anglers like Scott Bonema, always consistent, always in the hunt. He's at Pokegama Lake.
Better get the do-rag going. Good luck.
Well, you heard it, Chipper. The anglers are excited, and they're on big fish here at Pokegama Lake.
It's going to be a fun-filled, exciting day of bass fishing, so stick with us on the Minnesota Pro-Am Bass Tour.
Pokegama Lake is probably one of the finest fisheries in the state. It's a lake as well as the Mississippi River system. And the water coming through here is pretty unique. Up on the north end where the river is, it's a lot of rice growing up and wood in the water. And guys are going to be flipping the big largemouth in there. The main lake, of course, has got big largemouth as well, but the smallmouth population here is fantastic. You got a lot of fish in the 3 to 5 pound range, and you're going to see them coming in today.
I'm feeling kind of nervous. The fish are so scattered that I don't have a real definite pattern. Got to make a decision to know what I got to do.
One of the things you want to do, though, when you come to a new lake, what I do is I pick up my crankbait here. I got a Rapala fat wrap, and I just start covering the weed lines and working along and just working the weeds and trying to find a school of fish.
There are 90 boats out here tomorrow. It could make it tough. There could be 2, 3 boats on a lot of different spots you want to fish.
I'm fishing mainly largemouth, flipping the rice. I'm hoping for a couple nice fish and maybe a 2 pound average. Get me up around 20 pounds and I'd be extremely happy for 8 fish.
They say it's going to take a 4 pound average.
Pretty tough fight, but they're there. And I think we're going to see a lot of big fish come in scales.
I mean, it's really going to be interesting to see what it takes to win this tournament. If it's going to be the largemouth, if it's going to be the smallmouth, there's one right there. Oh, I missed him. Ah.
I'm going to go fishing.
I just hope my fish are good enough.
I think the biggest weight's going to come from largemouth off of the river system.
We're going to fish some smallies. We found some yesterday, kind of unsuspecting smallies.
I'm pretty anxious. I think it's going to be a good time.
What do you, John?
I'm excited about it. It could go either way for me.
Whoever catches a couple big ones and then fills out the limit's probably going to win the thing.
I'm looking forward to the weigh-in.
Should be fun.
I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to have a lot of fun. I know that.
I'm ready to get them.
We're going to tear them up today.
The best part of the morning right here.
Ready, Matt? Let's get these guys out of here. We have 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2.
All right, we're number 1. You're out of here. Number 2.
We're 6:02 and we got to be back at 3.
Okay. Hold on.
There's a big rock pile. I think it's an old bridge pier at one point right out in front of this launch ramp here, and it's just some big fish on it, Tim. What I'm throwing this morning is a jerk bait. It's a kind of a white smelt-looking jerk bait. One thing about Pokegama Lake is that the lake itself has got a lot of smelt in it, and the smallmouth typically will be feeding on smelt throughout the summer months. So it's kind of a natural bait for them, and trying to give it just a jerk reaction, get that bait fish to dart around like it's injured, and typically it'll get the smallmouth pretty fired up to come up and grab it.
Where are these buggers? I know they're in here. Right now, I just want to cover water and try to find them. You got the pike on the outside. Well, maybe that's a good omen. Maybe that means the fish are turning on. Well, it's been fun up here this week just to run up the river and stuff. It'd just be nicer if those fish would want to play the game. But they will. They better. Just, if we can get the net on them, let's get the net on them. No, let's not screw around. Hey, put it in this live well here.
Easy, buddy. Straight at it. Take your time. Take it easy. There it is. It's a big pike.
Oh, these pike are nasty.
Well, there's my little buddy Paul Newman over there. We both started about 100 yards from each other this morning. There's been a big school of smallmouth here. It's been pretty slow so far, but Paul just caught his first one.
The morning's going slow. We've got a big school of large smallmouth here, and they're finicky this morning, and the little baby largemouth are eating. So hopefully we can make these smallmouth mad and get them to wake up. This one feels a little better. I don't know how big it is, but it feels a little better. And this one will keep. Another largemouth, man. Yeah, we'll on that this one. Get him. There we go. That'll make the live well. Not what I want. See, something's biting. It's apparent that many of the bass lines think alike on the Minnesota Pro-Am Bass Tour. Right after the start, day one, the #1 spot for 5 different boats is the same shallow bay. They're putting all their marbles in one basket, chasing these post-spawn largemouth in a shallow flat. We spoke with Jim Murthan, and here's what he had to say about the bass fishing on Pokegama.
It's got enough room for 100 boats. You can run up the river. You can fish shallow. You can fish deep. There's a lot of little places to get out of the way.
Here's a big fish. Yeah, baby. Baby, baby.
A little better than the first one.
Oh, yes.
Bass Tour. But way before Matt turned pro, Dad got going as an amateur.
When I started 95, 94, 95, I kept using that.
Ken gets a little emotional when he reflects on fishing, because when he thinks about fishing, he thinks about family. All of the Rhine kids have spent plenty of time on the water. That was where the old man taught how to fish and how to live.
Probably don't give up. Keep trying until you get it mastered and be your own person.
My dad would always catch the biggest fish. I don't know how he pulled it off, but if we get one, and he'd get it, and it was the biggest one. If we'd have a bunch of them, we'd do a bunch of little ones, and he'd have one big one. It always happened that way.
Years ago, when I was in control of the boat, and these guys were youngsters, I did all the driving and maneuvering, and they did the fishing. And now the tutors just turned.
Thanks to the tour, Matt and Ken still get lots of quality time on the water. They've never been paired, but they're together for plenty of practicing.
Spent more time together in this boat probably than I moved, when I moved away, when I left home, I moved probably 40 miles, so I don't get home that much anymore, but all summer long, I'm fishing with them, so spend all kinds of time with them.
Any time that father and son spend together is special, whether fishing or doing whatever, especially on a lake as beautiful as Pokegama. But this time is even more special for Matt and Ken. See, Ken didn't get to fish the tour last year because he was sick. And in fact, there was a time at which Ken thought he would never fish this tour again.
It was hard to take, and I was hoping I could come back, and I told my wife, I'm going to try it one more year.
I was hoping he'd fish again this year. He took off for health reasons, and we were a little worried there, but it worked out, so here he is again.
Hey, let's go get him, Matt. Ken is making that comeback he'd hoped for. He says God let him fish for another year. Oh, and his wife, too.
Like most fishermen, you tell Tip. Yeah. So maybe I'll be back next year, too. I don't know yet. Uh-huh. I think we're after bass, though.
Yeah. Giant. 2001 Angler of the Year, Dean Capra, came into Pokegama a little bit nervous. Hadn't been on the water for a long time.
Oh, it's kind of a peanut, maybe.
So far, he's got 6 fish in the boat this morning, a couple of which are real hogs. He thinks he's got a run at it. He's working hard. Shallow rock pile, throwing plastics, working the aggressive smallmouth out of the main lake. As you can see, Tommy, these anglers are a little uncertain about where to start fishing.
Oh, Chip, it's challenging. I mean, we've got post-spawn going on here. We've got a cold front that just rolled through, not to mention a river flowing into the lake. And just like pieces of the puzzle scattered across the table, these fish are scattered throughout the system. They're scratching some fish out of the pencil reeds.
They're rolling a few off the rocks, too. They're even picking a few out of the cabbage. A few bass are making their meals in the right.
Looks like they're finding a few underneath the docks, too.
Yeah, right around here, Ty, we fished a rock bar. We're going to go do another one. Are you ready? All right. We started on our first spot. We caught 3 bass like that. Nice 3-pounders. We're going to go to another spot right around the corner where we're fishing clean sand spots with a variety of lures. We're having lots of follows. The overcast is going to help us fish.
Up in the river here is well known where all the big largemouth live. They like to live in the shallow, thick, heavy rice cover, and there's a little bit of current. There's a lot of food up here for them. It's just a real good area. Holds a lot of fish.
Hey, Dave, we're going to pull in here where we got that other one. I'll throw the jawbreaker, and we're going to throw that rat. And we'll just take this edge of the lake down right here. All right. Dave and I have 3 bass, and I told Dave if we can get 1 an hour, we'll do fine. And we're on pace right now. We need to get another one, though, pretty quick there. Come on, where are you? Oh, there's one. Nice one. Net. Right by the boat. All right. There we go. Yes. Look at that one. That's what we're talking about right there. Nice fish. Fishing in the slop here, we're using heavy duty gear. You have to do it to get them out of here, but we're using 7.5-foot flipping sticks, 50-pound fire line, and we don't have any drag. We got it real tight all the way down. When you get a hit, the way you get them is to set the hook, lean back on them, and don't stop reeling. You try to get their head up, over the slop and just slide them across. It can be tough when you get a 3-4 pounder on, but the only way you can fish this stuff. Fish on! Nice. And I guessed on a gravel bed, there happened to be fish in there in 20 minutes. All we needed. The structure is just a solid rock finger that juts out from the island here. And we just got to cover water. There's fish, they're really skittish because it is so shallow and clear. We've got tubes on, we're trying to imitate crawfish primarily, but fish will probably think it's some sort of a minnow bait as well. I can't believe we're staying right on them as I'm directly over the top of them. There's a good one down here, and we didn't get a hook in him, so he might go again. Got him. Good fish, get the net. Big fish, big fish. Get the net, scoop him up. Nice. Big monster. Monster fish. Pokegama. We have baby. Grand Rapids is no doubt a fishing town. I mean, it's surrounded by water on every side. Virtually everybody in Grand Rapids is fishing.
But fishing isn't all this small town has to offer. Don't let the size fool you. This hoppin' Minnesota town is full of places to go and things to see. There's history, beauty, adventure, and there's Judy.
There's no place like Pokegama. Let me do it the right way. They're sticky. Okay. What easy these shoes, man. There's no place like Pokegama. There's no place like Pokegama. There's no place like Pokegama.
For more information, contact the Grand Rapids Area Convention and Visitors Bureau at visitgrandrapids.com.
Yeah, like I wasn't ready for that. Good. That's a wee one. 10 after 12. We got 4 in the bucket. We've had a tough morning. You can't give up. You got to stick with it. We're 4 fish down, and that's 4 casts. That's all it is. 4 casts.
I think we'll run down at the other end. There's a nice weed line, a little bit out of the wind, and we'll be able to finesse the fish a little bit better.
Well, so far today, we're sitting at 6 fish. Our first fish came real nice this morning, and it's been slow for the last 2 hours. My M's real good today. He knows what's going on.
We've been fishing a lot of inside weed lines around the points, doing nothing but flipping jigs. We had our limit at about 8:45.
This morning, right away, we pulled right up and had 2 keepers on 4 casts, and then we just started catching fish. And what more can you ask for when you're catching fish? We're having a blast today. Dylan's very good fisherman. Oh, that's a good one. That's an okay one. I'll take that. The second it hit, I knew it was a bass. Well, a tough day like today, you'll take them however you can get them.
There's a big storm front approaching, so I picked up my old spinner bait. So what we're trying to do is just catch 3 quick ones, to get a limit. We're trying hard, It's been a real tough day on us.
Just keep on tossing and hope that we catch a couple more lips.
Keep plugging away, keep throwing the lure in the water. You can't catch fish if the lure's not out there.
We got 1:45. Got a half an hour left. We're catching 2-pounders and they don't help. That's a good problem. As the time winds down, the bait seems to run faster. We've been catching them on a slow presentation, and it's so hard to just keep the pace and not get all pumped up, and the adrenaline is really something. We've got about 3 minutes left. Hopefully enough time to catch one more good one.
Well, good job, buddy. You did what we could, man.
All right, we got to go.
It's been a 3-day marathon. We've been fishing every day, sun up to sundown. A lot of the guys are really struggling today, and they work just as hard as everybody else. It's just nice to have 8.
There's a big storm coming in. By the time the weigh-in comes, it's going to be raining big time.
if there was no place like Pokegama. Mr. Pat Nagel, 20.0 pounds is leading. Let's see where you're going to end up. 18.83 puts you right there in second place. Dean. I can catch bass, Capra. I tell you, this guy can get it done. The tensions are high as we try to see where it's going to end up. We got a number, ladies and gentlemen, 19.80 pounds. We're happy with what we had. I mean, every ounce counts here. We're bringing up a big basket, a big bass right now from Fergus Falls, Minnesota. This is Gary Burke and Troy Schwab from Elk River, Minnesota. Currently leading it right now is 20.08 pounds, and you crushed the lead with 24 pounds. Wow, huge. Yeah. This is a tournament veteran here. This is Pat Martin from Carver, Minnesota. This guy can get it done. He's always strong. He's always there. He's always looking for the win. And the worst he can get is second because he just took the lead at 23.84 pounds. Round of applause, 23.84. Here's over your third tournament leaders. 1 month to go. From Hibbing, Minnesota, his second year fishing as a pro on the Minnesota Pro Bass Tour. Rick Jansen, Kevin Stevens, a rookie junior AMs, looking a little nervous being the last guys on stage here this afternoon. Tell you what, we got over $36,000 to hand out this afternoon. Remember, 23.84 is currently leading. Amigo got the fish on the scale, off the scale, 26.04. He's out of here from Pokegama Lake champions for 2002. Hold him up. Give it up. Ladies and gentlemen, wait till you see these bass. These are just awesome. The right decisions at the right time make all the difference for the anglers today.
That's a fact, with Gary Burks, the pro, and Troy Schwab, the co, coming in with 21.24 pounds and third place.
And a couple pounds ahead of them with 23.84 was veteran angler Pat Martin and Todd Dankert, his amateur partner.
And the big story for today, Rick Jansen, the pro, local legend, and Kevin Stevens, the co, with a mashing weight of 26.04 pounds, big fish 5.37, fish in the deep rice, take home the first place check.
That takes us to our third event in Alexandria, Minnesota, Wahamadoo. We hope to see you there on the Minnesota Pro-Am Bass Tour.